Hi everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Gianna and I are going to participate in Theme Thursday for this week, and the theme for this week is fanciful. And Yvonne had mentioned mermaids, fairies, unicorns, anything magical. Well, there are some creatures that are magical, and you're looking at one, and that is a dragon. And so Gianna and I came up with the idea to read you guys a magical story, and it revolves around a dragon and a rabbit. Now Gianna is wearing her cream colored sleeper, and it has long pink sleeves, and on the front there is a bunny rabbit. And the bunny rabbit is the cream color, the same as the sleeper, but she's outlined in black or dark brown. And her ears have pink coloring. She has some brown coloring on her nose, her cheeks, her fur. And then Gianna, she's also wearing her pink headband. And on the pink headband is the dark pink and light pink flower. And in the middle of that flower is a diamond bling. And then she is using her pink pacifier clip that has the pearls. And her pacifier is pink, but it has a rabbit on it. She's using Jamie's dragon, and he is just a cute little thing. He has a green shimmery skin, and it has different colors on it. He has purple eyes, purple ears, purple wings, and a purple belly. And so I am going to read you this magical story, and this is a story that is a Korean legend. The only thing that I ask is that you guys bear with me, because the fibromyalgia has affected my speech. I have problems pronouncing words, and so there are words in this story that I will have problems pronouncing, so please bear with me. It has been a very long time since I've read stories. I used to be a lead daycare teacher to 3- and 4-year-olds for 10 years, and so I used to read them a lot of stories. So it should not be a problem for me reading the story. It's just that there are words that I will have problems pronouncing. And I know that I don't read books because of my vision, but on my computer I can download stories and enlarge the words so I can see them. So this is a short story that is 2 pages long, but in order for me to read it, I've had to enlarge the words to where it's gone from 2 pages to 10 pages. So that gives you an idea of how big I have to have the font in order to read the words. So here we go. The name of the story is A Rabbit Cures the Dragon King. Long ago, in a land beneath the sea, the Dragon King was dying of a mysterious illness. The creatures of the undersea kingdom swam frantically to and fro, circling their king as he lay on his coral throne, wondering what they could do to help. At last, the seahorse announced a cure. The king must eat the liver of a rabbit, he said. That will cure him. The Dragon King was overjoyed to hear this news, but the others were alarmed. How will we find a rabbit's liver? The shark asked the sea urchin. I've no idea what we should do, wailed the cuttlefish to the cod. How can we get this medicine to save our king? Moaned the octopus as he twisted himself up in knots as he wrung his tentacles. But the turtle grinned. I can fetch a rabbit, he said proudly. I am the one sea creature who can also live on land. Then do so at once, commanded the Dragon King, and without a moment's hesitation, the turtle swam toward the surface of the sea. He would find a rabbit, he would. When he arrived on the shore, he was struck by a troubling thought and paused to consider the situation. How would he convince a rabbit to swim beneath the sea with him? And how would he catch a rabbit? He had never actually met a rabbit, but he had seen them bounding through the forest when on occasion he would sit upon the land sunning himself. As he crawled along the shore, a rabbit happened along. She had heard stories of turtles and was curious. "Hello there, Turtle," the rabbit said. "Why, hello, Rabbit," the startled turtle answered. I didn't see you there." "Here I am," said the rabbit, curious to know a turtle. "I never known one, you see." And so they talked for a while, learning about each other's world. Then the rabbit said, "I'd love to see your kingdom someday." "You would?" the turtle asked, surprised. "Why, yes," said the rabbit. "You've told me all about the coral castles and the glittering shells. It must be a beautiful place." "Why don't you come with me?" asked the turtle. "I will," the rabbit replied. "I can hold my breath very well, and I do so wish to see this Dragon King." And with that the arrangements were made, and the rabbit hopped on the turtle's back and splash! Into the water they swam. For as long as possible the turtle swam upon the surface, as he did not want his new friend to hold her breath for too long. The rabbit enjoyed the ride as they swam farther and farther from shore. Back on shore the monkeys let out wails, and the other forest creatures waved to the rabbit. "Don't go underwater! Don't go underwater!" they called. But the rabbit was too excited to listen, and besides, she was enjoying her ride. Finally, the turtle knew he would have to dive down toward his kingdom, and now he regretted bringing the rabbit along. How could he allow his new friend to give up her life, and yet he had to save the Dragon King? "Hang on," he called to the rabbit as he dived for the deep. Down, down, down they swam, and soon they arrived at the Dragon King's castle. The king was lying on his coral throne, looking very ill. "This is my king," the turtle said to her, and to the king, with some embarrassment, he said, "Your Majesty, this is your rabbit." "His rabbit?" the rabbit asked. "What do you mean, friend?" "My king needs a rabbit's liver to save his life," the turtle said sadly. "Does he?" the rabbit asked. The turtle looked down at the ocean floor and a tear dripped from his eye. "We have a problem," the rabbit said. "I've left my liver back in the forest. I'm afraid you'll have to take me home, where I can pick up my liver. Then we will return to give it to your king." "Hurry then," the Dragon King feebly implored. "Go and return quickly. I am very weak now." And so the turtle turned around with the rabbit on his back, and off they swam. When they arrived at the shore, the rabbit quickly hopped off her friend's back. "I'll be right back," she said. She scampered into the forest, where she plucked a persimmon. Tearing open the fruit, she picked out several seeds, and these she wrapped in the leaf. Then she returned to the turtle. "I'm ready," she said, and off they swam back to the kingdom beneath the sea. "I hereby offer you my liver," said the rabbit to the Dragon King, bowing low. "May you live in good health for many years." She handed the persimmon seeds to the king, who did not recognize them, of course. Under the sea they had never seen persimmon seeds. Only the turtle understood. The king quickly swallowed the seeds, and a moment later he stood and patted the turtle's head. "I am cured," he announced, "and as for you, rabbit, you have served our creatures well. We will always honor the rabbit." With that, the turtle carried his friend back to shore. They never saw each other again, but they never forgot each other, and only the turtle of all the undersea creatures understood how truly wise the rabbit was. The end. And that is our participation in Theme Thursday for this week. I decided to read you guys a magical story. And Yvonne, I did it. I came up with an idea for this Theme Thursday. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the story. I also wanted to let you guys know what happened when I did the giveaway video. And at one point during that video, I had some black stuff on my fingers, and it got on Chang Soo Lee's blanket. Well, when I ended the video and I checked everything, the black was not coloring coming off of the pacifier clip or the pacifier, and I was real happy about that because I had just finished making almost 100 pacifier clips for the babies, and I was like, oh, please don't tell me it was a pacifier clip or the pacifier. What it turns out to be, when I looked at my tripod, I had grease, black grease, coming out of the one arm of the tripod. I have two arms of on my tripod. The one arm, you screw it and unscrew it to make your camera go up and down. The other arm, you screw it and unscrew it to make your camera turn side to side, and it also goes up and down. And that's the arm that the black grease was coming out of, and what happened is it got on the string that's attached to my lens cover for the camera. And so I had touched that string, and that's how the black grease got on my fingers. Unfortunately, it also got onto Chang Soo Lee's blanket, and this was a new blanket that she came home with when I adopted her. So I had called G from G's Tiny Tools Nursery, and I explained to her what happened, and she said no problem, and because I felt really bad because she had purchased this blanket for Chang Soo Lee. And she told me what to do. She said to take some Dawn liquid and, you know, put it on the grease and then rub it in really well. Let the blanket sit overnight with the Dawn on it, and then wash it the next day. And that's what I did, and it worked. It took all the grease out. Actually, as soon as I put the Dawn on the blanket and rubbed it together, it took the grease right out. It lifted it right up. I couldn't believe it. So I let it sit overnight, and then I washed the blanket. Yesterday is when I washed it, and it took it right out. So I was so happy about that. So G, thank you so much, hon, for telling me how to do that. I have never dealt with grease before on my clothes, blankets, nothing. So this was an experience for me. So that's what the black stuff was. Yvonne, thank you for this theme for this Thursday, guys. I hope you enjoyed the story. I have fun reading it. Gianna says, bye, aunties. Bye, uncles. Mwah. Bye, guys.